Right, so ignore that previous video about the brain fog thing. Do you know why? Because it was my fault, it turns out. Because I hadn't been taking my, where is it now? Taking my broccoli sweat. So I'd forgotten to take my broccoli sweat for like 2 days, which meant my salts were like super low. Hence, my brain fog. Like that. So I was just a complete non-entity yesterday, just floating around like a ghosty. So make sure if you do this, you take your broccoli sweat, and because that gives you your salts back. Because otherwise, you're going to be like a zombie, like I was yesterday. But today, as you can see, much happier, much better, much more virile, much more full of life. It's currently about 8:45 in the morning. We're going to go and do a birthday party, my nephew's birthday party. So there'll probably be lots of cake there. There'll be lots of like fun things there. There'll be lots of like, fine pieces, which I can't obviously have. So that's going to be great. But tomorrow is my last day. Tomorrow I go meet Coops at 12:40 roughly. I'm going to be there to get weighed in, and then I'll get my weigh in, and then that'll be me done. 2 weeks done. But already, if I can show you this photograph here, already I've dropped a good bit. I mean, that belly there used to be a lot rounder, and it's been looking a lot better, to be honest with you. So yeah, we're doing okay. I'm feeling better today. I feel a bit more alive today. This is day 13. We're banging it, pal. See you soon. So here I am chewing my caramel choo-choo flavoured bar, whatever it's called. Yes. We've been out having a day out with the fam. That's what the cool kids say. And we're now heading to McDonald's. Not for me, because, dust and caramel choo-choo bars. But for these rodents...
Whoa! Oi!
For these schmucks, they're getting McDonald's, as is Mummy.
Maybe.
So, but this will be a test. I'm sure I'll be fine. I'll survive. I won't care because caramel chew bar. That's more than good enough.
Rub chips all over you.
You can get yourself to France. Hey Angus.
Don't encourage him.
Today's my last day, Angus. No more of this nonsense. So, my dust. No, I'm gonna go and have burger. What do you reckon, pal?
I want some.
Okay. This is me on my way to my final weigh-in. This is where we see if we're close. I think I'm close to the 2 stone mark. So before we get there, I want to cover a couple of things. There was a couple of comments made about the foggy brain thing again. Like I said, that was purely my fault again, with the salts not being up to spec. Felt a bit foggy. Soon fixed that though. I mean, look at me today. I've had my salts, I've had my breakfast. I've not had lunch though. And I'll tell you why I've not had lunch though. Because it's coming on to, I'll be seeing Coops in about 20 minutes, which is going to be 10 to 1. And at 10 to 1, I intend to get weighed with an empty bladder, an empty pooping hole, and an empty belly, just to get the weight down a bit more. Dehydrated. I've barely drank water at all today. Dehydrated. I'm telling you, I'm hitting at 2 stones. So that nonsense aside, here's some things. Obviously the brain fog, my fault. The only side effects really I've had, apart from hungry here and there, but not horribly so, I've actually had probably more energy the last couple of weeks. I felt a bit more, get up and go. I've had a bad knee for about 2 years now after breaking it in the gym, essentially not breaking it, but busting it in the gym, and ligament damage and all that kind of carry on. The last week, it's been feeling much better, where I'm walking around with barely a limp. I feel it's not quite as painful. Again, I don't know if it's related because, I'm losing weight, obviously. That probably is related. But, yeah, it's far improved my activity. It's far improved even my focus to a certain degree. I see a bit more kind of focused on what I'm doing, and more energy to do it as well too. So even though I'm finishing my keto diet, if you will, for this 2-week challenge, even though I'm finishing today, there's still a part of me that's like, maybe I should keep going. Maybe I should just go on to a higher step that includes food or solid foods, and just keep going. I'm sorely tempted, I must admit, but 2-week challenge. Let's see how we measure in first. Let's see how things have gone, and we'll go from there. Like even little things like last night, I went to my my other job, and I put my uniform on, and I was like, I tied it tighter, like three belt notches in, which is pretty impressive. That's been 2 weeks, man. So I thought this would absolutely suck. I thought this would be the worst decision I've ever made. I thought I'd spend 2 weeks feeling awful. There's been a couple of patches, as you've seen in that videos, where I have felt pretty poopy. But in comparison to the months and months and months before doing this 2 weeks, minuscule. I don't know, am I being silly in saying that I'm probably more energetic and probably happier after 2 weeks than I was for the last 2 years? You know? Possibly. Anyway, I'm not trying to sell this to you. I'm not trying to sell this to you. This is not my job. I'm not trying to say to you, you should do this. But this, so far, has worked for me. It may work for you, I don't know, but it's worked for me. And that's why the temptation's there to keep going. Probably not. But I'm tempted. Tempted. Apart from the keto breath, my wife is horrified by the keto breath. Seemingly it's like dying things. So I'm getting no special kisses. Poor me. But wait, this wouldn't be one of my videos without some kind of mishap. Stupid. Hello there. We have a little problem with the video. The bit with the weigh-in got lost. So you won't see the actual weight on the scales, but weighed in at 2 stone over 2 weeks. Exactly 2 stone lost over 2 weeks. Sure, Ruby, little driver here.
So you've gone 4 inches off your waist.
4 inches, okay.
So when you first came, your waist was
Massive.
there.
Oh, okay,
Can you see that there? From there to there. Yeah.
Ooh.
Amazing. Well, we do some more measurements.
Do it.
Just do it all.
Just do it all.
That's your neck. 1.5 inches of your neck.
What?
17.5.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
So that'll do if you're doing your shirts and stuff. And then I'll do your chest. Babies.
Boobs.
Ooh.
Right. How's that boob?
That can't be right.
Bigger.
No.
Because I'm manly as fuck.
No. You've dropped 5 inches off your chest.
5 inches of my chest. That's all tits.
How can I?
I don't know.
No, sorry, 4.
Oh.
Even then.
Okay, 4 inches.
Mind
That's
you
fine.
saying that, it could be your back.
Oh, maybe.
So if you feel like you've lost anything from your back as well,
a good bit of
could
back
just be
fat
that
going there as well
That's
too.
a lot to drop off your
Jesus.
kind of chest area. And then we'll do your thigh.
Thigh.
Oh,
How do you
manly. Manly. What is in there?
That's a hat. Have a thigh. Look, there you go.
2 inches off of
2
there.
inches of the thighs, baby.
And then arm, because I don't do boys' hips because that's just awkward.
Right.
I remember I tried to do a manny's hips one time, the first time I ever did it.
And you felt his ding dong.
You've dropped 2 off of there.
Oh, man. I 5. Oh.
Oh, yes!
Okay, so where do we go from here then? So that's been...
So, my advice to a kind of normal person would be
Right.
to go up to step 3, okay? So you've been doing
Okay.
step 1B,
Mhm.
4 products a day. To be fair, I'd probably say go up to step 2, which is take away a product and
Right.
replace that product with 200 calories worth of food. So it's a really, so it's almost like protein and veg you're going to be having.
Okay, so essentially the same kind of calorific intake for the day, but with a meal
Yeah.
in there too, okay.
However, because you know what you're doing, you're clean eating, I'm guessing you just did this as a kind of a reset.
You know what? It started off it started off with being like a bit of fun and a bit of a challenge with some friends and see who could do the most in 2 weeks. And it then has become like, holy shit, I'm seeing some big changes here.
I cannot believe, I'm not really bullshitting you. I cannot believe the difference in you.
It's like, even, I was saying the camera before as well too, like even my energy levels, even my kind of my focus levels.
I was going to say, because I've noticed in a couple of videos you were feeling a bit brain foggy and a bit like,
True.
How did you?
However, I think, as I said before in a video before, is that I think that was down to my salt intake because I'd missed out on my broccoli sweat for that day the day before. So then after that video, I went away, had my broccoli sweat, and I felt much better for it. And then I was sharper, I was pinging, I was good, I was banging.
Yeah.
It probably was the salts, and it probably my own stupidity did it, But
see, some folk don't use it. Some folk don't use the broccoli sweat, as he calls it. I keep misspelling it. You see, when I type out so he's not going to get golden veg, and it always comes up golden vag.
Oh, even better.
Slag balls and another
Nothing better than golden vag and slag balls.
I got golden vag, broccoli slaps.
So regular human would be a case of like,
let's move up through the steps, because this is the one big mistake that people make. They do really well, just like you have.
Yeah.
And I will guarantee you're thinking in your head, ooh, I'm going to have this, and ooh, I'm going to have that, and ooh, I'm going to have this, and ooh, I'm going to have that. And he might say he's not doing that. I know for a fact he's doing it because he's a human being. The only problem with that is I've got folk that lose loads of weight with me in step one, who don't go up through the steps, so they've essentially learned nothing. So they will put the weight on. Now, I know this because I did it myself. So first time round I did it, lost a couple of stone on step one, did amazing, thought, I know what I'm doing. And I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what foods were good for my body. I didn't know how I was going to react to different foods as well. Still didn't know nothing about portion control. So when you just kind of dive straight off this plan into normal eating, if you go back to your normal eating habits, you're going to put on weight. It's the same as any diet you do.
Yeah, exactly.
If you go back to your old eating habits, you're going to put on weight. So my advice to you would be to maybe go to step 3.
So what does step 3 incorporate?
So to make it nice and simple, I would say as long as you're doing 2 products, and 600 calories of food throughout the day, and stick to more of what we call your green foods. Now, I'll explain all this if you do hop on plan. Your green foods are more kind of protein based, or things that don't contain as much carbs. So like your protein, your vegetables, they're all kind of green foods.
Yeah.
You've also got amber foods, which are maybe whole grain rice, pasta, that kind of stuff.
Okay,
And then you've got your red foods, which are breads, all the kind of really nice things, porridge oats and things like that. A lot of fruits as well, because they contain natural sugars, they'll spike your insulin.
So if somebody comes onto your plan, say stage 3, for example, step 3, and you provide them a list of these green, ambers and reds.
Yes, you get your little Bible. Everyone gets a little Bible, and it tells you exactly what food you can have and what you can't have. And also you've got me on hand as well. Yes. Everything is done one-on-one.
Do you know what, as well, video-wise, is that even though I slagged her off for sending me motivational pish, was that there was times, like with any of our clients from what I can gather, where I struggled, where she was straight in touch saying, are you okay? What's wrong right now? What can we do to fix this?
Yeah, although we were like, I don't know if they've seen on the Facebook and stuff, like how he's like, oh, if you post me this motivational shit again, I'm going to strap your pats. Oh, I've not posted that one actually.
Oh, nice.
Strap your pats to the soles of your feet was one of them.
Oh, yeah, it's yeah, that's right,
so, And although we were laughing and joking, I did literally check in and say, look, are you actually okay? Like, please, I know this is funny, I know this is a joke, but please let me know if you're okay.
Yes.
So it's important for me to do, and not just the fact that you're my client, like you're my best pal as well. I just wanted you guys, although it was laughing a joke, to see it is hard. It's really hard to do this. I'm not going to make no excuses for it. But you know what? When I was overweight, I just needed somebody to say to me, right, this is what you need to have, this is what you need to do.
Probably, yes.
And I just found that so much better, because there was no far from the cooking food, measured food. It was just like, there's your stuff, that's what you're having. That's it. That's all you need to do. That's all you need to think about. Because sometimes you want to diet, it consumes your mind.
Yes. Because when I was losing weight before with the calorie counting, and I did lose weight, it came down to lower where I am now. In fact, it went well. But then, of course, my knee injury, COVID, everything else went to hell, and I gained all the weight again. And that was just through laziness, or not being as active, not being as mobile, and eating bad things. Like you said, you fall back into that routine of eating bad things.
Yeah.
And I think this 2 weeks, as much as I saw it as a bit of a joke at the start, it's now a case of, well, okay, I've kind of remembered exactly what I'm doing with my portion controls, where I need to monitor what I'm eating, why I don't need as much in the mornings and afternoons, for example. Because before I was having big lunches and big breakfasts, and now I don't need that because I'm perfectly fine on my stuff. I only suffered in the early evenings when it came to dinner time. I had a bit of struggle then, but
I call it the witching hour. It's when your little witchy fingers come out. You're like, oh,
yes, exactly.
Open the fridge.
Open the fridge again and close it, and
you're
open
like,
and close it.
oh,
And yeah,
why am I looking here? I can't find anything here.
yeah. So
and it is hard, but I always say this is really panny, and I know it's really panny. It's like doing this is hard, but being overweight is hard.
oh
it's
god,
hard. And
yeah.
unless you've had a weight issue, you're never going to understand it. You'll never understand where we're coming from.
Yeah.
Because fortunately for you guys, you've never had to deal with that. Those that don't have a weight issue. And it's choosing your heart. Which hard you get to choose. Yeah, okay, you might be fucking miserable doing this, but there's an end goal, and the weight losses do make it worthwhile.
Yeah,
it really
definitely
does.
I mean, okay, it's 2 stone, which comparatively for me isn't a huge amount.
No, it is a huge amount.
Well,
it's a lot.
Yeah, but I'm a big guy anyway. But my God, do I feel again more awake, more energetic. I feel like I've got more power. My leg, even my leg, has been bothering me for the last 2 years. Is moving far better.
When you lose a certain amount of weight, it's like X amount of pounds off your knee.
True, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like every pound.
And a motivation for men to lose weight. Every stone you lose, you gain a bit of penis. Again, you do. Because, right, bear in mind, you're toodle. When you're fat, it pushes your base bit out to here. So that's your wee toodle there, you see. But when you lose the fat, the toodle the base comes back, but the toodle's like, hello again.
I should put that on my business card.
Put that on your cards. That's free of charge.
I actually should put that on my business
card.
So,
more toodle, less food. Okay? Cheerio. So where are we now? This is about, what are we now, 3 weeks later? Yeah, 3 weeks later, and I'm maintaining, I am eating healthier, I am proportioning things. I have had a couple of blowouts here and there, but generally doing quite well, keeping the beef off, and just slowly now working my way down. So really, that 2 weeks really, what's the word for it? Reset my thinking when it came to my food. 10 to thinking about food. So it's been good. It's taught me things again. It's refocused my thinking. Why have you got a big black smear on your face? What does that come from? Who even knows anymore? But yeah, I feel better for it. So carry on with the video.